Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Top of the evening to you guys. Welcome back to the DaVon Lewis Show podcast with a Friday Night SmackDown review for April 25th, 2025. The show just concluded moments ago on the Blue brand, which was showcased on the USA Network as well as Netflix streaming service. Let's go ahead and talk about professional wrestling and so much more. More importantly, if it's smash the like button or click that heart. And let's dive into this actual episode of Friday Night SmackDown, which was live from the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. Appreciate you guys coming through. Let's go ahead and dive into the show. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we kick things off with SmackDown, starting off with John Cena, who came to the ring but was interrupted immediately by Randy Orton. Orton told Cena he needed to have some kids because he could fix his issues that he has been having lately. Cena went ahead and retorted by saying that he was better father figure than anyone in the crowd. After more children talk, Cena challenged Orton to a match at WWE Backlash in Orton's hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. Cena tried to hit Orton with the title, but of course Orton invaded it and hit the RKO again, then a second time in the week as John Cena fall victim to the RKO. The drama continues to be interesting, but the promo was solid as it possibly can be. More importantly, I enjoyed the actual interaction between Randy Orton and John Cena. It really felt like 2005 all over again in that era period where they both collided back in those days. But now the roles are actually reversed. John Cena's officially a heel. Randy Orton's coming in as a babyface. Then we get to tag team action of Fraxiom, Nathan Frazer and Axiom making their debut as being the call-up to the main roster. The defeated likes of Los Garza, which is Berto and Angel, in great tag team action. This team had great chemistry, a lot of back and forth, great transition moves, and I love the flow of how everything had transitioned in the match. More importantly, I enjoyed the experience with the way how Fraxiom really stepped up, put on the nice offenses, and was able to get the finisher. Then we get to the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. She came to the ring celebrating her victory against Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas. She said while everyone thought she was the next Flair, there was only one Tiffany Stratton. She was quickly interrupted by Jade Cargill. She interrupted her. She said she's here for one thing and one thing only, the title match, or for the gold, rather. This led to a prompt match in a singles match. Jade Cargill was able to defeat Tiffany Stratton via disqualification after Naomi attacked Jade Cargill, causing the match to be thrown out completely. Nia Jax then made her return to the Blue brand for Friday Night SmackDown, laying out Tiffany Stratton with the original Banzai drop, or the Annihilator, as what we call it, and pretty much raised the title high, letting her know her sights is coming back for the championship because she lost via cash-in of the Money in the Bank. Then we get to the segment with the Bloodline Solo Sikoa and as well as Jacob Fatu. The United States champion was kind of being calm, cool, and collective. Solo did most of the talking. He tried to give credit to Fatu's success, but Fatu took the mic immediately and told Sikoa he won the title on his own. More importantly, Sikoa was either with him or not of the situation. It really broke down very quickly. Then LA Knight interrupted the whole conversation and said he wanted a rematch for the title. This leads to Drew McIntyre coming out after he got his big victory over Damian Priest, and he wanted to face the badass of the roster, Jacob Fatu, whom he believed was Jacob Fatu, and he felt like he can want to test himself against him. I wouldn't mind seeing that match, and more importantly, seeing Damian Priest getting voted, maybe in some kind of fashion of returning to get his revenge on Drew McIntyre. But the situation broke down very quickly with an argument between LA Knight and Drew McIntyre before the general manager Nick Aldis came down to appear and book McIntyre to face LA Knight later in the show, with the winner getting a stipulation. Whoever wins gets the United States Championship number contender spot to face Jacob Fatu. Then, of course, the commentary team officially made it clear that it was going to happen later in the show. But then we got to the women's action of the United States of the America of the United Women's Division. As Zelina Vega, she came off with the victory over the former women's champion, Chelsea Green, with the help of Alba Fire and Piper Niven, who was ejected and, of course, removed from the match, causing the distraction of Chelsea Green to lose the match. I don't know about this decision, but it was kind of something I wasn't going for. But Zelina got her first singles championship in WWE. Congratulations to Zelina Vega for getting over that hump. More importantly, doing something great for herself. Then we get to The Miz having talked with Carmelo Hayes about the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. He gives him a giant themed gold chain and told Carmelo he was the company's future. The Miz then told Hayes that he enjoyed the moment, but he's about to make a moment for himself. The Miz then goes to the ring and he complains about the whole situation of what took place at WrestleMania 41, more importantly, not even being on the card. He says no one could lace up his boots, and before he even got to get any further, the lights go out. And who officially returns? The master of the Black Mass, Aleister Black. Formerly known as Malachi Black in AEW, but it was a nice twist to it. His theme was not Death Rebel, and he returned back with his actual theme. He even had the old school chariot bringing him back up. It wasn't like the old school way of having the sound effects added. It was calm, cool, and collective. The fans really popped for Aleister Black, and it was a nice touch. He made his return in the ring, and then The Miz tried to berate him and ask him who he was, and the Black Mass was connected. Afterwards, Aleister Black sat there in his normal sitting stance and stood tall over the situation, leading to a future match between himself and The Miz next week, and I look forward to seeing it. Then we get to Brian Saxon, who interviews Bianca Belair. She has her fingers wrapped and says she left WrestleMania with a few broken fingers, which was confirmed by Fightful Select. Things didn't go her way, but she is proud of what the three of them did at WrestleMania. And she says Io found the perfect opportunity to capitalize, and she would have done the same. As for Rhea, she found a way to sneak her way into the match, but now she is focused on healing and returning back to her home, which is SmackDown. And she feels that her home is currently divided, but it's not divided. It's just stacking up, and it's looking good for the women's division. Then we get to Nia Jackson confront Naomi to tell her to stay out of her business for the WWE Women's title. Naomi responded by telling Nia Jax to proceed with caution, or you're going to get hurt. Then we get to the WWE United States #1 contender for the championship. The match really blew out the wind as Drew McIntyre defeated LA Knight via disqualification after involvement of Damian Priest, who attacked Drew McIntyre, causing the referee to throw out the match before hitting a South of Heaven chokeslam on McIntyre through the announcer's table. As Priest and Knight argue back and forth on the other side, who arrives? The Samoan Werewolf. Jacob Fatu hits a vicious top rope suicida on Priest and LA Knight, taking out the situation and taking control of the situation. Then he hits a BME on both Knight and Priest from there. So pretty much he was taking out all the competition, leading to a fatal four-way, which are going to get LA Knight, Damian Priest, no other than Jacob Fatu. And of course, the big thing is having everybody involved in this match. Maybe by this time period, we'll be having Tama Tonga coming back. But currently, the rumor is he is currently injured. So we'll be missing out on him as well being involved. But the situation is where it goes with Solo Sikoa. And where is he going to stick in and fit in? Either fall in line or, more importantly, Jacob ain't playing around. But then we get to R-Truth. He confronted his childhood hero, John Cena, backstage. He congratulated him on the title win. Cena walks off, not acknowledging the situation. Jimmy confronts R-Truth, with Truth saying he wants to be like Cena, the real world champion, one day when he grows up. Of course, Jimmy said, "You already grown. What are you talking about?" And of course, you know those two are both the top comedians of the WWE roster. Always enjoy their work, how they continue to make things move smooth transitions. More importantly, everything was calm, cool, and collective. Then we get to the big one that should have been on WrestleMania from our own point of view, the WWE Tag Team Championships in a TLC match, which involved the Street Profits, Montez Ford, and Angelo Dawkins, defeating Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, and DIY's Tommaso Ciampa with a new shave face and Johnny Gargano in a decent match. It was a lot of back and forth. It was a lot of fun. It was nice spots, including that spear through the table. They really put all the stops when it came to everything that was going on. With the weapons being involved, the fans really popped big time for the Fort Texas. You got everything that you really could have got out of this TLC match. But the way how things were running smoothly, this easily could have been on the WrestleMania card, but they went with it this week on Friday Night SmackDown to close up the show in the main event. But there you guys have it for the latest edition of Friday Night SmackDown. What was your favorite match of the actual Fallout show when it came to WrestleMania? More importantly, how excited are you guys leading up to Backlash with things leading up to St. Louis? And are you guys ready for the draft? The draft is scheduled to be in the next couple of months, and we're going to be getting that all situated, even though it is scripted, but we got a whole lot going on. As well as speaking of scripted, Netflix is getting ready to have a special involving WWE pulling the veil back, and you're going to be seeing how things running smoothly when it comes to WWE with actual the writers, the staff, how they get things all lined up. Of course, it's kayfabe, but more importantly, hey, things happen for a reason. It's a big company, and they decide to go in that direction. But there you guys have it for this edition. Appreciate you guys coming through for this live edition. If you guys want to come through and have any comments, feel free to click on my profile. I will hang out for a little bit and chat with you guys. If you guys want to conversate back and forth before I actually end this live, and I'll go through the process of chatting with you guys. If you guys are on my other channels, Twitch or X, feel free to jump over onto the Facebook or the YouTube. I'm going to give it a little bit of time for you guys to come through, and then we can chop it up for a moment or so to get you guys all about it and get your night actually concluding and going from there. But other than that, I'm looking forward to seeing how things push for next week. Monday Night Raw is going to be interesting again. John Cena is going to be in the house again. He's pushing a couple more dates. And then from there, he's going to be off for the next 2 weeks. From there, the situation is he going to have a face-to-face again with Randy Orton? Or are they going to milk it? What's going to be the actual situation? But I look forward to seeing how everything turn about for that as well. Including the tag team division. The tag team division is really pitting this big point when it comes to Monday Night Raw, as we officially have things on the line with the new tag team champions, the New Day, officially defending the tag team championship against Akira Tozawa and Otis, which nobody wants to see. I guarantee I'm not interested, but they're going with the David versus Goliath kind of style tag team, as the New Day are officially are on their long big reign currently right now as the 13-time tag team champions. And it's big props to them to knowing how to get over the crowd, keep the momentum running smoothly, more importantly, getting the heat as they actually naturally know how to do so. Also, I got the latest news when it comes to Becky Lynch rivalry, as she officially made a return. If you're not familiar, she made her return at WrestleMania. She won the tag team titles and lost them on Monday Night Raw. Now she's officially getting ready to go into a feud situation as the Intercontinental Champion for the women's division is getting ready to be set online in Backlash, as Becky Lynch is going to battle against Lyra Valkyria. And I look forward to seeing those women put on a banger when it comes to the women's division. They did a great job when it came to the first time around when they actually went at it in NXT. Highly recommend you guys to see the replay of that on YouTube or on the Peacock service, which they should have it up. And more importantly, let's go ahead and dive into the comments and see how everybody's doing. We got Steve. He's currently over on my TikTok. He asked me how was I feeling about WrestleMania just in general and how did I like the actual presentation. From my point of view, everything was good. From my point of view, I had enjoyed WrestleMania, but it was mid at best, but it lacked a lot of depth. It just didn't feel like WrestleMania from my own personal opinion. I really hope that it actually gets better as things continue to progress, and I'll hopefully see next year if they actually make it better, or is it going to be like a clickbait where we feel like we're getting overcharged for something when we go into an event, and it's not going to be highly interesting. Then we got Jackie from Delaware. Okay, she's on my TikTok. She's asking me how am I feeling about the situation of Becky Lynch's return. Becky Lynch's return was feeling like it was okay. I figured that was going to be the pick when it came to Lyra Valkyria, tag team partner. This situation happened, but when it came to her booking of her returning as a heel, I'm not feeling it at all. I feel like it's very forced, but not something I really look forward to seeing or seeing how things continue to progress. Maybe they'll switch it up over time and maybe things will get a lot better over the next couple of weeks. But when Becky goes heel, nobody wants to see that. They prefer her to be the face and be the casual part of being a part of WWE. Then we got a couple people over on my Twitch as well. Welcome, appreciate you guys coming through. We got a few people over on Facebook and as well as X, formerly known as Twitter. Appreciate you guys coming through for this live edition of Friday Night SmackDown Review. Was just getting down to the closing and conclusion of how everything broke down when it came to SmackDown just in general. If you guys are going to tune in, I'll be doing a live review for tomorrow for AEW Collision. Yes, I do watch majority of different wrestling companies, including MLW, TNA, WWE, and AEW, and NXT as well. Until the next episode, appreciate you guys coming through. Hopefully, you guys have a wonderful and safe Friday night. Stay safe if you're heading out on the streets, if you're on the West Coast or the East Coast, or if you're getting ready to go to work in the morning. Have a safe travels heading to work in the morning. Until the next episode, you guys be safe. Thank you guys for tuning in. Have a great night.